We're going to explain how to handle invalid redirect URI errors when using the Spotify API with Python. This error is a common problem, arising when the redirect URI you've registered with Spotify doesn't match the one your application is actually using. Let's break down how to troubleshoot and fix this. 1. Understanding redirect URIs. The redirect URI is the URL Spotify sends your application to after a user successfully authenticates. You must register this exact URI in your Spotify developer dashboard. Any mismatch, even a tiny one, like a missing slash or a different port, will trigger the error. 2. Checking your Spotify developer dashboard, the most important step. Go to your Spotify developer dashboard, find your application, and carefully examine the registered redirect URIs. Make absolutely sure this URL precisely matches what your Python code is using. Pay close attention to protocol. GPP, domain. Is the domain name, e.g. the localhost, your website.com, correct? Path. Is the path, e.g. callback, exactly the same? Port. If you're using a specific port, like 8000 for local development, is it correct? Ensure that there's no conflict between local development environments and the deployed production environment. 3. Inspecting your Python code. Your Python code needs to use the requests library, the Spotify library, or similar, and the correct redirect URI when initiating the authentication flow. Ensure that the URI used in your Spotify auth2.spotify.auth or similar authentication method object perfectly mirrors what's in your Spotify dashboard. 4. Local development versus production. During local development, you'll typically use a http:/localhost.port redirect URI. However, when deploying to a server, you'll switch to a https:/yourdomain.com/callback URI. Failing to update the redirect URI in both your code and the Spotify dashboard when moving between environments is a frequent source of this error. 5. Common mistakes. Carefully examine your code for typos in the redirect URI. Even a single extra space or an incorrect character can cause the error. Double-check your code against the URI you registered on the Spotify dashboard. Consider using a variable to store the redirect URI. This makes it easier to manage and less prone to errors. 6. Testing and debugging. After making any changes, test thoroughly. If the problem persists, print the redirect URI from your Python code to make absolutely sure it exactly matches the registered URI. Add extensive debugging prints throughout your authentication flow to pinpoint precisely where the mismatch occurs. Use your browser's developer tools to inspect network requests and examine the redirect response from Spotify for more detailed error messages. Solving invalid redirect URI errors often comes down to meticulous comparison between the registered URI in the Spotify developer dashboard and the URI used in your Python application. Pay close attention to details and don't hesitate to print values and use your browser's developer tools. Remember, even a small difference will cause this